meeting.
Oh my god.
That we had about it.
Oh, okay.
I've been keeping her healthy, feeding her, making sure that she's mentally stable, because when I found her, she wasn't exactly the most great, I'd say.
Wait, what do you mean great?
That's fair.
Shut up, everyone!
What?
I don't know.
We have a big fucking problem.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh,
What would
like
that
at the
problem
last
be?
New World Order meeting, they declared fucking war!
War?
Yes, they have declared war. They found out about Sin little fucking death, which I had to talk to you later.
How did they figure out about that?
What do you mean?
First, before, let me just read you this declaration of war, because I did get a copy since I was there.
What?
All right.
Due to the various recent incidents that the Argus insurgency have caused, as well as the death and murder of Sin, the New World Order has unanimously voted on retaliating against these industries by declaring war against the aforementioned rebel group known as the Argus Insurgency. Therefore, I, Queen Yuki, Lady of Haven, and President of and Queen of the New World Order, hereby declare a state of war between the Argus Insurgency and the New World Order. Furthermore, I, the said President and Queen of the New World Order, hereby declare that any and all members of the Argus Insurgency are now considered war criminals, and anyone associated with them will be sentenced to imprisonment upon capture to the Herdis Abyss prison. However, should they aforementioned rebel groups surrender willingly, they will be spared only under unconfrontational surrender. Any and all resist will be met with lethal force.
Lethal force?
Shit.
Yeah, they will fucking kill us if we resist.
Wait, how?
Okay, wait.
How do they know?
There were 3
they
people
know?
on the
Oh
island.
yeah,
How the
another
fuck did they
thing.
find out?
Sin's alive.
Sin's alive?
What?
What do you mean Sin's alive?
Shit. Did you not shoot him good enough?
I shot him in the fucking head, and his body...
Then how is he alive?
I don't fucking know. His body disintegrated. I shot him point blank in the head, and his body disintegrated. Oh, no. There's no way he could have...
Fuck!
There's no way. There's no fucking way. Oh, God.
Perhaps maybe I could shed some light on that.
Shit.
Oh.
Greetings, the great Argus Insurgency. Unstable as usual.
I already don't like your tone.
Shush.
Hephaestus. Already sounding like your father. It's not about my tone, it's about why I'm here, and I'm sure you, of all people, know why.
Oh, I guarantee I know.
Sky.
Chris, shut your fucking mouth.
Unstable, like I said. What an absolute kangaroo court of a group. And here I thought I could actually believe in some of you. I put my trust in some of you, and well, let's just say I was wrong. And well, gods can be wrong. I'm not very happy about it, but regardless of the circumstances, it has had to come to this. So now you know everything, or at least you think you know everything. But do not think that I, for 1 second, am going to oblige and give you the answers that you so-called seek right now. In fact, I think it's time we should have a little bit of a chat. I can't believe I even wasted my time. I started off with the son of Ares. I foretold him that the path he sought was going to be filled with nothing but deceit and destruction. And of course he didn't listen. And who did he decide to look to for sanctuary? None other than this group itself, who doesn't even have the decency to even warm this place up a little bit. It's freezing. And all who enter it leave with a cold heart and cold demeanor. It's sad that you still think you're invincible. Well, I've got news to tell you. You're still just as mortal as every single one of you. Every single person in this room, regardless of being a godborn, is just as easy to meet death itself. And well, Thanatos waits for no person. Unless you want to outsmart death, but I'm sure you've heard the stories of Sisyphus. But no matter. Look at you all. Desperate. Absolutely have no idea what you're doing. Except maybe that one with the big head. You two. You started from nothing and now you've created something. I can't help but possibly amend you, but need I remind you that you're now on the brink of a battle that you may not even be alive at the end to see. Specifically you. Would you really want to see your family members struck down? Maybe even your father, the one that you have to? Because your father's angry, and understandably so. One person that he thought was a great friend to him, murdered in cold blood. Do you not think he wants revenge for that? I hate to bring it to you, but that just is probably how it's going to be. You can't have a war without having the ugly parts. Why do you think Ares is a thing? And you, be careful what road you travel on. It may or may not bite you eventually. That's all I have to say. I wanted to like you, Hephaestus. The way my children looked at you. They could see the good in you, and honestly, I couldn't blame them. In fact, I felt pity. I don't think anybody should be chased out of their homes. But I just can't bring myself to believe in you anymore. Your father and your mother, they worry for you. And I often wonder if that's something that crosses your mind. Continue the path you go down and you'll lose everything. And you know for a fact that that's already taking effect. My children have a disdain for you. And I'm sure you'll hear about it, or if not, have already heard about it.
Wait.
I may not like the circumstances of either side, that. But if you want to fight, you have to fight yourself first. And unfortunately, mistakes are going to haunt you, whether you like it or not. These people may not be able to tell it to you, but I will. You have to come to the circumstances of what you've done, just as much as the New World Order has. Which is why I can respect them a little bit. They may not be in the right place, but at least they're not willing to shrug off what they've done. It's kind of interesting. You all have always said that government wasn't exactly the greatest system in the world. But let me truly ask you something. You're fighting the people that are giving everything to everyone. I'm sure they've already told you that, but it doesn't matter. You seek justice and you seek freedom. You already had freedom. You know, that one over there, Ona, if I'm correct, I actually really don't have much to say about you. Other than why in the hell are you still here, fighting for a cause that you believe won't even succeed?
Gonna be honest, don't have an answer for you.
Well, it seems like everybody has that assumption these days. Nobody knows who exactly they want to be with. But I guess I can see where you're coming from. Quite a distinguishable decision. Confusion is everywhere. And you. Yes, I'm looking directly at you. And let me be the first to say that I don't give a damn about your reasoning or philosophy. In fact, I think it's a load of bullshit. A mercenary's code. Do you understand that the person you killed wasn't even a mercenary?
What? He what?
My son was never a contracted killer. I'm surprised you didn't figure that out. Why would he be?
He lied? He fucking lied?
Truth hurts now, doesn't it, Grimes? Now, why am I telling you this? Because I want to truly let you think about that. The man you murdered was nothing more than an innocent man. And not just any innocent man, but my son! Let me paint a picture for you. Back when everything was beautiful, back when Gaia was such an amazing blossom of life, when humanity was everything, and nature was part of its preservation, I fell in love with a woman. A beautiful, beautiful woman, who actually decided to give me a chance, much like my friend Apollo. I didn't want to lose her, but much like my dear friend, I did. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. But the only thing I had left to cling to was my Aite and Carius. You may know them as Ellie and Sin. They lived. They got a second chance at life. And here you are, taking that chance away from one of them. You know, if I wasn't a god, I'd strike you down right. But of course I can't. I'm bounded by oath, and I'm sure the gods have told you all of that. So I'm not going to waste your time. Dark days are here, Argus insurgency. And you're the harbingers who brought it here. Now, I don't want to hear any excuses, because I'm so tired of it. I'm here to nail it in home that everything happened, and there's no way you can go back on it. The only way you'll fight to win is by having a miracle. Only the gods can save you now, and well, one of them is not with you anymore. In fact, two of them aren't. Do not even bother with me and Hades. We've already decided where we will be putting our efforts. But that doesn't mean you have someone on your side. In fact, you have the divine right to know something that you have finally figured out, but I won't be the one to tell you. I'm sure someone else can. But if there's one thing I must tell you, insurgents, is that people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. dark days are here, insurgent. And the messenger god is not on your side.
Fuck.
Shit.
Where do we go from here?
Fucking stupidly!
I need to go.
No, you're not leaving.
Hell fucking no. Get your ass back in here.
You don't know.
Davern,
I will be back.
fine. Come back. Okay. Well. That's...
Isn't that spectacular?
Where exactly do we go from here now that we have... We definitely don't have Hermes on our side anymore.
Or Hades.
Or Hades, but... Sin was his son?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know that part?
Oh, you think I'm up to date with every single fucking god born? You act like that's public knowledge.
It is, actually.
Not really. Not all of them, anyway.
Well, you just don't look hard enough.
Well, maybe it's because I'm busy carrying this whole thing on my fucking back.
Nobody has to do that.
Well, someone has to, and now we're very much in a situation to where I have no idea what we're going to do. Hermes spewing something of divine
Shut
right
up.
to know.
Speaking of
one
divine
thing-
right,
What the fuck did I just say?
you don't fucking get to tell me to shut up.
You don't command any of us at all. We're having a discussion, so everyone's allowed to speak their mind. And I wasn't the one who was being sassy towards Hermes when he first came in, so shush.
No. That's not how this goes anymore, motherfucker.
Oh, and how does it go then?
What's gonna happen? I don't know about the three of you. Hermes just left? I have a lot of fucking questions.
Yeah, that's what I was
There's
just
still
about to
one
say.
more that we can ask.
Yeah, so how about you get your fucking dad in here and we talk to him?
Yeah, let's do that.
For sure Davern would like to know this information too, no?
Well,
go
he'll
get
be...
him.
Are you sure that's the best person to send?
I don't give a fuck what kind of shit's going on. You, okay?
Finally, just go get him.
Okay.
It's not like he's in use right now in here.
Okay. We'll wait for Davern, and then we're calling your father. And we're getting some questions answered. Because I'd very much like to know how Sin's alive.
Oh, that part's interesting.
We're in a whole heap of trouble now.
You think?
Because before, we could possibly recover, and now we're in a declaration of war. Apparently, Lee killed Hermes' kid. One of them, anyway.
Now do y'all see why I was extra pissed?
Yeah, I see that
Oh,
now.
I knew
Would have
that
been
from the
lovely
start.
information to relay. So you two gotta get better at telling the insurgency everything.
You see,
Especially
you gotta
when it comes
start
to
asking
God
questions.
that should just be knowledge we need to know. We should have a record of all the Godborn so we know who's more of a threat.
Just because they're a Gombor doesn't make them more of a threat. It matters what their ability is and if they can even use it, and which side they're on.
No matter what, Godborns have abilities that we do not have. So either way, they are a threat. Depending
Since
on the
fucking
person.
ability was luck. How's that a
Well, that
threat?
didn't work out. Well, I don't know how that ability would work. We can't let... But either way, we can't let this whole thing make us jumble apart again. We were literally just starting to get a groove with the group again.
Oh, there's many factors we need to take into account.
So let's just try to not cut each other's throats. And just try and keep things under control. I guess we have a war to handle now.
You think?
How much longer are they gonna be?
They better not take much longer.
Hopefully. Either way. Hermes definitely take into account a lot of the things he said.
Which thing?
Everything? It's good to note down everything that God says when they see you.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Usually a good course of action, yeah?
So let's just make sure to keep note of it in our heads.
No, I already know all that shit because I got, told it in a meeting.
Fair enough. Definitely go over later everything in that meeting.
Well, you'll get Zeus to tell you one part of it.
Good. Is there any other things that have occurred that we might need to know that don't involve Zeus?
Aside from the fact of Zolan being in a straitjacket.
Honestly, I can see that.
Yeah,
But
not sure why the research center brought them, but they did.
have they at the moment done anything regarding Lee, considering last on their radar he was on their side?
Oh, well, apparently Justin raided his place, and Survivor is now under the control of the New World Order. And he didn't bother to tell us that.
Of course. That makes sense. At least his home was an asset to us anyway. He probably didn't have anything useful there.
Aside from, books from, those weird pothole thingies, I think, that's all.
Other than that, we probably wouldn't have tried to go there anyway. It's too close to Oralade. And at the current moment, I can't leave this base until something occurs.
Yeah, they're assuming anyone who wasn't at the meeting is either a traitor or kidnapped.
Well, that's good. No, yeah, I assume they noticed Bentley and me missing.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Good. It'd be unfortunate if that wasn't at all mentioned.
Briefly, but at least it was mentioned.
Good, that means the plan worked, and that also means they have no idea where Bentley is. Which means that plan worked out.
At least something worked out.
So for the sin being assassinated, I guess. because honestly, that's what I'm going to consider it being, is like the only plan of ours in recent time to go bad since the democracy took place.
It wasn't even a fucking plan. It was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Well, the plan was to have Yuki assassinated, and then that's the thing that went
using
awry.
someone who wasn't even a mercenary.
Fair?
Honestly, we could have just.
Another thing that would have been nice to know.
That would have been nice to know, honestly.
I don't
Oh,
think much we're aware of that, to be fair, though.
Yeah, because not our fault that he's a liar. Hope he's okay, though. Can't imagine being killed is the best.
But he's fine.
That's good.
It's not like he got cursed like Zolan did after his death.
Let's just hope everything... Let's just hope this Zeus thing enlightens some information about that. I have suspicions. Because, I mean, I've been having suspicions for a while. But...
Suspicions?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's weird for the fact of Payon says they died, came back. People claim Farron died, came back. Zolan claims he died, came back, though I kind of wrote that one off because of the whole curse thing. So, you know, a lot of that happening, though this is definitely making me think a little bit more about it.
Yeah,
Because to be
I
fair
love the answer.
Because to be fair, with the Farron thing, I kind of just assumed that Lee's insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess since you weren't here, since you weren't here when I mentioned it, and Davert and Lee are still out, I'll mention it quickly and briefly while we wait. I currently have Nova in New Circio, so she's safe.
You waited to tell us now? Why?
Well, number one, she was not exactly in the best mental state when I found her, and at the time, we in the Rebellion were very much heavily trying to get one-ups and do missions, so I didn't think bringing a mentally unstable person into the Rebellion was the best idea until they're feeling more up to it.
Fair, but you could have at least told us.
Well, to be fair, I found her like a few days before we did the Bentley kidnapping, so we had a lot of other stuff to get off our chests.
Stale.
Because, you know, during a Bentley kidnapping and then planning the Yuki assassination, there's not really a good time to chime in being like, oh, by the way, I have Nova. Because then that would have derailed the planning.
He has a point, actually.
Stale.
But yeah, she's safe. I've been feeding her, making sure she's fine. I visit her every now and then. I went to see if she wanted to come to the meeting, but she's still not feeling up to it yet.
Fun.
Still a little more recovering to do. Where is taking those two so long? To be fair, it probably wasn't the best idea to send the person who Davern's very pissed at was a good idea, but...
We're all pissed.
True. I'm just trying to keep myself a little bit more in composure at this current moment in time.
No, well, you're failing pretty bad.
I'm aware. I was doing pretty good until lovely old Hermes popped by.
Sure. There they are.
There they are. Alright.
Took you long enough.
Shush. You're alright, Davern. Well, as alright as you can be.
What's the plan?
Well, we're gonna have Sky call upon Zeus because Hermes mentioned something of divine right, so we assume that calling upon a god might be the best course of action, and Zeus is probably the only god on our side at this current moment, so... Along with maybe Demeter. I'm not sure how she's feeling about us at this moment.
There's only one way to find out for that too, but it's not a now thing.
So let's call upon good old Zeus.
I haven't done this in a while. How long have you been fucking...
Just
Do it like
call us.
Beetlejuice.
Fuck, okay. Zeus? 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 Oh, fuck, that actually worked?
Oh,
It
shit.
probably worked the first time and he just waited.
No, this happened before.
Rest assured, I've heard your.
Zeus?
I've been listening in this whole time.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that.
Now I need you to guys tell me if the skin's working.
Okay,
You're good.
I can't see because this fucking plant.
It's working, old man.
Okay, anyways, back in character. Sorry. Yes, I've been listening to the conversation ever since he showed up. So I guess I'll just float where he floated, I guess.
It's good to meet you again, Zeus.
I wish the feeling was mutual, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
I would say. I already know what you want, and as did my brother did with those folks over across the seas, I will go ahead and tell you everything. But first, I need you to ask me the question. Don't ask me why it's a thing, it's just God stuff, I guess you could say.
Alright, well, since I know it, tell us about the Canon Live system.
The what?
The Canon Life System.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well,
Explain.
well, the New World Order has already issued this. They've already issued this information to be sent to their allies and, well, their members as well. That's why that one right there knows about it. That's what they've decided to call it. Although us gods have given it another name. It's more of a revive system, I'd say. Anyways, to truly get into what this is all about, I need to first tell you a little context. Obviously, you mortals know that, well, the world you woke up in is not your own. It's the same one, don't get me wrong. The same one you remember. All the buildings, all the skyscrapers, all the people. Those very beautiful ones. And well, something happened that unfortunately led it to be what it is now. Gaia had ended up becoming empty, no teeming with life, I guess you could say. And unfortunately, again, as much as I reference it, none of us can tell you what it is. But I will say you are close to figuring out the truth. But I'm sure that's not what you really want to know right now. We had long figured that life itself probably ended there. But us gods did not want... Well, we didn't want it to be the end. Because, let me ask you, can a god truly be a god if there's no people upon its land? Demeter could grow crops. I could make it rain. But who is that benefiting? No one. If we don't have teeming life on such a... or on Gaia herself, then we're useless. We have to make our new sort of life, I guess you can say. I'm trying to not speak as cryptic, but it's a habit, unfortunately. But anyways, that was the question. That was the question we all had on our minds, and young Zagreus, my brother's son, came up with an almost pretty good idea, I'd say. It was really genius, actually. We wanted to bring back life. And well, he had a couple ways of doing it. First, he proposed that we should make another attempt at humanity. And so that's what we did. We created what you would call the village. That's why they don't look like you. They look somewhat like you. It's a different image of humanity. And well, I guess you can say they adopted to some of your ways. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately. As sad as it was, unfortunately, some of those villagers found about our existence. And well, they wanted to know every single thing about us, and we gods made such a terrible mistake. We had given them knowledge in exchange for the gifts that they'd given us. And with that said knowledge, well, they decided to kill their own kind. I'm sure that one knows all about it. He was there. He was there with everybody else when they took out what you would call the Illagers. The Illagers was a form of cult, and, well, they used that said knowledge and, well, something else that I won't get into to eradicate their own kind. They wanted so desperately to be gods themselves, they were willing to abuse such gifts, which is why Hecate no longer grants some of her magic studies.
Wait, did that had something to do with the wizard during the raid?
Precisely. They wielded something a little more dangerous, known as caster's studies. And unfortunately, any knowledge of that has been erased.
Wait.
They were evil. The magic that they had, the magic that they had bestowed was much more dangerous. Of course, there's still magic around, such as that brewing stand right there, but we only decided to leave those because, well, it's beneficial. But other forms of magic like necromancy is long gone, I'd say. My point is that we had just created a new form of humanity, and it was already being threatened with eradication. So we had to come up with something else. And of course, the bright-minded Zagreus came up with another plan. Let us introduce an interesting system. After all, we're only starting to do reincarnation as one of our late game plans. I'm sure you know all about it.
Reincarnate what?
You really should pay more attention to your, well, ex-allies, I should say. Reincarnation is, well, I'll get to that. But for the time being, the second plan of action was to implement a new system that would preserve life. Of course, there's limitations to everything, but it would a little something like this. Usually, a human, or mortal, or a creature of some kind has only one life to live. If you're killed, you die. Any form of death. That's it. It's lights out, and you go down to the underworld. But Zagreus had an idea. His idea was, what if it didn't end after 1? What if it ended after 3?
3?
3 lives, 3 chances at life. So if you were killed, you could wake up where you slept and have a second chance.
What?
Of course, how you die leaves a permanent. I'm sure you are familiar with that.
Oh shit.
The dead do not stay dead. They come back twice before it is time for them to. So if you die once, you have 2 more chances. And after that, it's lights out. We were hesitant on the idea, but it was better than losing another chance at humanity. And this was before we had realized that you all had woken up, finally. And of course, our recent plan to bring back civilization as well, in an assistance with all of you, was to start reincarnating those probably judged themselves with death unfairly. People who died early on, didn't get to live out their life, judged to see if they're worthy to come back to the overworld.
Also sacrifice too. Is that? No, never mind.
I know what you're thinking. And unfortunately, that's not the case with that individual. They lost one of their lives, but they have two. All of you do. Unfortunately, Hermes is that young peon fellow. They only have two left. All of you in this room have three. So, if I were you, I would tread carefully, especially seeing that your enemies are now authorizing lethal force against aggression, which, to be honest, is not even not a fair adjustment, considering the circumstances of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you know now.
Quick interruption, Zeus. Loki wants to know if he has 3.
Pets are a different story. Say it's rather complicated. Unfortunately, a young fella like that one sadly only has one, because animal life and, well, monster life, I guess you can say, produces 10 times more fast than a regular mortal. But who knows, it might be an idea we will consider, because, well, we've made mistakes. I certainly have. I accidentally killed your bird. Apologies on that one, and I brought it back.
Just don't worry about it.
It's up for consideration. I may be able to convince the others about it, but regular animals sadly be amongst that life system. Because, well, they're here to give you stuff, such as food and other essentials. I mean, you mortals need to survive, after all. Mm-hmm. But personal pets, it might be something to consider.
Then.
All right.
Well, now you know everything. And of course, it's not breaking the chaos oath if I'm telling you this after you've figured it out. That's what the divine right to the answer means. My brother did the same with your enemies.
So basically what you're saying is if any information is public, you're able to say it without breaking oath?
Well, no. It's more like you figured out a fundamental system that we gods created, and you asked the right question. So therefore, it was your divine right to know the answer.
Basically, once you figure it out, you can ask them to confirm it.
Oh.
It's not breaking it if you figured it out.
That's a nice loophole, I guess.
A loophole that only comes once in a blue moon.
I just thought I'd ask, to be honest.
But that's everything you need to know.
All right.
Now, I must say, in addition, as much as I do not want to risk another Trojan War, I am choosing to side with you. Now, I can't fight your battles. You'll have to do that yourself, but I'm willing to assist in boons. Or maybe something else that doesn't tread on the oath. Unfortunately, some of us gods have already taken the other side, and well, young Hermes has done that with your enemy. But I myself, and I would like to think Hera, will also stay. And well, you know Demeter's decision. This is a bit troubling, though. Again, I don't want to risk another Trojan War. Because, well, if you've read history, you know how ugly that one went. Mm-hmm. I'll have to talk to my brother. I'd have to talk to all of them. Because, well, a battle on the grounds is one thing, but a battle in the skies is a call for disaster. When storms unleash, when tornadoes spawn, when hurricanes flop along the land, it's us fighting each other. And well, I'd rather not have you all wiped out by a cyclone, so I'll do what I can on my part, but as with what Hermes has told you, dark days are here. But this time, the god of lightning, and well, ex-king of the gods, is on your side.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps that will put your mind at a little. I have to agree, the only way you're going to win is by a miracle. And well, I can already sense one coming this way. You'll know when you see it. That doesn't mean you'll win entirely. But as Hermes said, to win a fight, you must fight yourselves.
Alright. Thank you. Alright.
Well, there you have it.
That explains a lot. Now... Okay, so that makes Payon 2, Farron 2, Sin 2,
Zolan.
Zolan 2. Is there anyone else who's clean? Alright. Definitely keep a list.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, now that we know that information, where should we go from here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Loki.
We definitely...
It's okay, bud.
Hey, Payon! Come over here.
Ooh. Wait, is this Payon?
That would be Payon indeed. He's helped us a
Just
lot.
don't call his name.
The legend himself.
Oh, many things. We'll catch you up later. First of all, why were you looking for us?
Bad news, good news. Oh, by the way, the New World Order made a declaration of war, if you didn't hear yet. Just making sure, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I assumed your efforts would come to an end with, that little loyalty check thing.
Loyalty check?
They're doing a loyalty check on each and every soldier to see which ones are, traitors or not. They
Alright.
noticed Payon was taking people.
That's good to know. They know it's you?
Yeah, they do. He is also on the bulletin boards now as a war criminal.
It was only a matter of time.
Alright. At least we got enough out of him being a secret for as long as we could.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Oh no, yeah, your rately is 1,000.
So is it higher than the others, I assume?
No wonder I got chased out.
Alright. Do you have good news for us, Payon? I hope so. Because God knows we need a miracle after everything. Or I guess
Zeus just
gods?
said
No?
one's coming, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Right.
That's good. That's good.
Wait,
What
what?
did you manage
What do
to
you
get?
mean by that?
Follow.
Alright.
What?
Come on, Aaron.
Loki.
Downstairs.
What's downstairs? I know there's
Something
something downstairs, so why are we going downstairs?
Holy!
Oh, what the hell?
Hey on.
Hey,
Well, this is
who are
definitely.
these people? Why are they wearing New World Order outfits?
They're the traitorous recruits that Pan got.
Oh my
I
god.
know, they could have not.
What?
A
They have a
Peon.
change of clothes, so.
Peon, you are now officially my favorite here.
Same here.
I'm in agreement on that.
There's a
Oh
lot of
my
people.
god, you did such a good job. Oh my god.
Some of these guys aren't dressed the same.
God.
Who are they? Who are these guys in the back?
Look at.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, who are those guys? I don't know those people.
Well, let's talk to them.
Alright. Darren, you read it.
As you enter the room, you would all notice that there were a couple of few individuals who didn't look like the rest. They could be defectos from Peon, as they had no traces of the royal guards on them or around them. Who are they? You begin to approach the group, who seem to be in a conversation before they notice you all. They proceed to turn their attention to you and the rest of the insurgency. I assume you're the people running from this whole show? That would be correct. The man seems relieved upon hearing this. Well, it's good to finally meet the front of the resistance. The name is Simon, but the group behind me calls me Butch. Either one works. That friend of yours with the big nose came in handy. He found us lurking around in the woods trying to survive on our own. But of course, that task in itself was nothing more than challenging. He brought us in and told us about the whole dealio with that government y'all have. Let's just say me and my group are not huge fans of the government, but I won't get into it that much. Butch seems to be good with mannerisms at the moment.
Yeah, well, we kind of just had a war declared on us, so.
So I've heard from your friend over there. What was his name again? One of the other members chimes in. Peon. Butch. Alright, that's the name.
Yeah, that's all good.
That was the worst time. My mom just
Oh,
walked
good.
she just walked in like, yo, you want Jack in the Box? I'm like,
Yo.
okay. Alright, that's the name. Anyways, regardless of the fact, we're here to offer our help. I'm sure we can get some instructions out of the way real quick. So we're not wasting too much time, right? If that's okay. He looks to you, all in hopes of a response.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Hmm.
Well, you've already met Butch, so I guess I'm up, because I spoke secondly. Name's Larissa. I don't usually like to get too personal right off the bat, so don't go asking me anything personally. Trust goes a long way, and I'm not willing to give that up lightly. Another member then approaches. Bit harsh, Lazara, but understandable. Lazara, anyways, my name is Jonathan. Unlike Larissa, I'm sure we'll get to know one another soon enough. Larissa seems to lay a swift punch across Jonathan's shoulder. She's Lazara, you win. And the group emerged to help separate the two. Randall. Alright, cut it out, you two. Sorry about that. Those two get at it sometimes. Randall's the name. I'm sure we'll work fine together. Lastly, two final groups approached. Hi, I'm Jacqueline. Come on, Jacqueline, put some more energy into that greeting. Yeah, it's whatever, I guess. I'll go by the name Talon. That's all you really need to know. It seems like everybody has done their introduction. Well, it's nice to have you all in the insurgency. We'll need to get prepared soon. The group seems to understand and get back to conversing. Don't you worry there, kid. Time awaits for no one, even in this new world, you'll like to call it. We'll wait your orders. With that comes the end of the new member meeting. best not to waste any more time and get to planning as soon as possible.
Well, they're friendly individuals.
Holy shit.
All right. We'll definitely need to get the deserters different outfits.
Yeah, I don't want
Hephaestus, you could disguise me, Gardner.
Yeah? I can do my best.
Do you got the materials to make this much armor?
I suppose we'll find out.
Good.
We can support you as much as we can.
If not, I guess it's gathering time.
Definitely
Eric
barracks.
session, yeah, that's doable.
So scavenging run is in order.
Yeah.
Pair.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Also,
Sniffles.
Battle
Jeez.
plans. Oh, that's right.
yes.
Davern and I will definitely help in those discussions with you, Payon. And everyone else as well. But we definitely need to come up with a strategy. It's better to attack first than be attacked. Then again, I don't know where they would attack. Definitely. Haley.
Yeah.
Can you make sure to make sure we always have food prepped now that we have like a bunch of people here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the storage?
Storage is right there. The farm is back there.
Yeah. Just make sure to keep a good stock on everything. Not right now, of course, but.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We definitely need to start preparing.
So scavenging, stocking up on storage. Now we just need to try and figure out what. I wonder what they're planning.
I'm not sure. There's nowhere for them to attack. They might just be waiting for us to make a move. Because they don't know where our base is, so they don't, and they wouldn't just attack a place randomly.
No, they'd wait for us sighting.
Exactly. So let's all be careful up until it's time for our own attack.
Mm-hmm.
We're at war, so no more just going out and then doing stuff
I'll see what I
without
can
people
get out of
knowing.
Justin, as he trusts me pretty well.
Good. I do that myself. At the current moment, I can't leave.
I will try to get yeah, pretty
Exactly.
much.
And if you do plan on running off, at least tell a few people where you're going.
If I have to go somewhere, I'll leave it on the bulletin board if I can't find one of y'all.
All right, good. We're at war, people.
I mean, I can try to gather some lumber for the forge if that's all right. I mean, like you said, I'm not supposed to be a part of any battle plans or missions or anything. I just want to go out on a scavenging run, but that's fine.
That's fine.
All right.
Me.
All right.
I don't know about y'all. I'm probably gonna head underground and try and get some.
Yeah.
stuff.
You definitely
Yeah,
need, you definitely
yeah,
need material.
I can try that too. I should still have my tools.
All right.
There's plenty of places here in New Cercio to mine in. Pretty sure me and Chris have plenty of mine suppositories from before we
Definitely.
built New Cercio, so try looking through there first.
Good.
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
I guess-
you get the people situated here.
Yeah. All right. Meeting adjourned then. We'll meet back soon.
Yeah.
Wait for me, Davern.
Get started because this is a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
that is a lot of people.
yeah, there's a lot of people that definitely needs new uniforms.
Yeah.
100%.
I suck at going upstairs too.
All right, we're good, right?
I hope so.